Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Thursday to you. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video going over all of the stuff going on in game and in the community. We have got an announcement coming out a few hours ago, early this morning, talking about the different champions that are going to be involved in the champion chase competition that's going to be happening this weekend around 2x Ancients. The Oella fusion is coming to a close. We're getting a brand new Doom Tower very soon, so I'm going to cover all of this and other things like offer grades in this video. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, that post that came out early this morning officially from Plarium talks about they are going to be having the double ancient shards, the 2x ancient event happening this weekend. We already knew about that, but then they're also talking about a champion chase tournament right here where you're going to have different champions up for grabs that you can win based on the level of your account. So if you are level 1 through 50, you will be going after Thylesia, and then if you're level 51 to 80, it'll be Shemnath, and then levels 81 through 100 will be for Corvus the Corruptor. And then after that, they talk about a special champion training tournament going on from Monday the 27th until Friday the 3rd, where there will be a couple different awesome skins, they call it. We don't know for which champions or if they're new or already existing and all of that. But really quickly, let's touch on these different champions for the different account levels so that we get a quick refresher course on the champions that people will be fighting for in these different tournaments. Okay, so first up, we've got Thylesia and Epic and the Night Revenants. That is going to be the competition for accounts levels 1 through 50. Now, Thylesia is okay. She's an above average Epic. You got a debuff spread A1, and then you've got a 3-turn AoE that can increase the duration of all debuffs. That's actually a pretty solid ability for an Epic champion. And then you've got another AoE right here on a 3-turn cooldown that is a defense break. So you get 2 cooldown abilities that are both 3 turns when booked, and you're going to be breaking defense and also increasing duration of all debuffs. So actually a really solid budget option for like faction wars or something. But do I think that this is going to be some sort of seer or hyper sought after Epic champion? No, I just think she's decent, above average, and has a role in the game. I wouldn't blow up your account if you're levels 1 through 50 going for Thylesia though. Then for levels 51 through 80, you will be competing for Shemnath. Now, Shemnath is a new-ish damage dealer in the Night Revenant. That is pretty decent. I mean, you've got a defense break A1, and then you've got an ability to transfer all debuffs and do a pretty decent hard-hitting A2. And then you have also got an AoE that can do some buff strip and also have kind of a built-in savage set. So is a pretty solid legendary. I don't, again, decent and has a good role in the game, but this isn't like a Duchess or something where you should really be preparing to go crazy because you have to have this champion. And then for the people level 81 through 100, they are going to be going after Corvus the Corruptor. Now, Corvus is a pretty fun one. I do like his A2, where you get the booked up 3-turn cooldown of a multi-hitter AoE that both increases the duration of all enemy debuffs and increases the duration of all ally buffs, which kind of fits in good as an AoE damage dealer where you go at the back of the end of the rotation anyway. And he can be pretty solid in some of those poison type teams, those speed, poison, explosion teams. I was just doing a video with YST talking about these kind of champions. And he scales with defense, so he's going to be pretty tanky. So I actually like this champion a lot. I think he'd be pretty solid. I do think he's a little bit more of maybe a progression champion than like an end game champion, like a Kymar or you know, a Krisia or something like that. But he is definitely a fun legendary and probably the best one of the bunch in terms of something that I would be excited to get. But again, I don't think it's worth, you know, hundreds of dollars of shards to try and prioritize winning. I don't see anybody that's at quite like that level. And those champions will be up for grabs in the Champion Chase tournament. That will coincide with the 2x Ancients events that are going to be happening this weekend. It's not live yet. You will see the portal beaming up with the blue light when the 2x Ancients is live. You'll see here that I'm a little bit low on Ancient Shards. I YOLO'd on stream yesterday for fun. It's going to be a fun video here on the channel that I upload a little bit later, where I experience kind of all human emotions in one shard summoning session. So for me personally, I went with the bonus legendary as opposed to the 2x Ancient event, just because I'm not getting as much value out of getting epic champions as somebody who is more early game to mid game. So I went for the extra legendary bonus chance on that. And then if you're curious about the rotation, that means next week we'll have some sort of 10x or guarantee. I think our next guaranteed champion is going to be from Ancient Shards, and our next 2x event is going to be for Sacreds, launching about exactly 2 weeks from now. And the other important thing to note in game is that it is go time for the Oella Fusion. We are down to the 11th hour. We are down to the last 2 rares up for grabs right here in the Champion Training event and the Dungeon Divers event. Now, both of these take a decent amount of points. You're going to have to get to 5350. I'm just about to finish this stuff, as you can see, to scoop up that rare. And then the Dungeon Divers, you have to get all the way to 5500 to scoop up the second rare that is available in that Dungeon Divers event. So I'm going to be scooping up those 2 rares today, and then when you go check on the Fusion and you click on the rares, you can see that when I get 2 more, that will give me enough to fuse 1 more epic, and I've already got 3 epics fused, so I'll be able to get Oella like tomorrow or something, but I'll make sure and get both those rares today, and then you'll have a couple days to go ahead and level up the rares and level up the epics to finish the Oella Fusion. One thing I do want to note is that if you are going to fuse Oella, you may want to wait and double dip to get some value out of the Champion Chase tournament that is going to be launching. You can see right here, launching tomorrow. That's why I said I'm going to fuse my Oella tomorrow, because we should, if it's coded right, we should get some points towards the Champion Chase tournament if we acquire Oella onto our account that day when that event is live. So just keep that in mind to make sure you're min-maxing the optimal points for your account when you finish Oella. Then for some of the other stuff going on in game, we've got a tag team arena tournament. You know, there is some soul stones and stuff up there, but I know lots of us hate tag team arena, so you don't need to worry about that too much. There's nothing like a fusion, rare, or anything. Then in the Fire Night tournament, this is a normal Fire Night tournament, nothing crazy here, but I would at least get 1,000 points to scoop up your 500 coins over there. Would be handy to take note of. And then under the events, we already kind of went over it. You've got the last 2 things for the Oella Fusion that you want to make sure and focus on if you're going for her. And we are also going to be getting a CVC clan versus clan match coming up here in a few days on Tuesday, so make sure you are preparing your account accordingly. And we are also down to the 11th hour of the Doom Tower until we get a new rotation of that, so make sure you are diving in, checking your progress missions, and getting everything in order as we kind of flip over to a CVC coming soon and the Doom Tower ending very soon. Then we can pop on into the shop and see if there's anything worth plugging in. The multi-battle pack is decent. It's not amazing. The mini mix, the special potions, these are not worth it. $20 for this many potions is you're better off buying gems or energy and then running it ideally. No, we plugged that one in. It's not that great. The Great Deal Mix Pack String is not that great or worth really talking about. The speed set stuff is decent for super high spenders that are trying to compete in like plat or something maybe, but for 99% of you, it doesn't make sense either. Now this one is worth plugging in here. Let's pop open the calculator, and it was $20 for 3,000 gems. Okay, and then that's 300, so 3,000, a 1.83. So let's make sure we were right. $20 for the price, and then 3,000 gems. $20 for the price. Worth noting, you know, sometimes I forget to mention, I apologize, sometimes I forget to mention that these are time gated, which makes them a lot worse in some of your eyes. Like if you wanted to buy these gems to turn them into ancient shards or something for 2x ancients, you got to keep in mind that you're not going to be getting like 1,200 of these until after the event is over. So it's always important to note if there is a time gate behind the value that you're buying them for, and there is on this one. So I would say that kind of lowers it from like a 1.83. And by the way, we're working on getting the color coding back where it'll like flash green or red or whatever if it's a good offer or not. It's all, you know, the website is literally like 36 hours since it launched, so we've got a million things we've got to get done, and that is on the list. But yeah, 1.83 is pretty solid. So anybody who is a mid to high spender, this would be an offer worth considering. For people that are low spenders, you're typically looking for something more in that like 2.0 range. But anyway, something worth noting here on the Sack of Gems offer for some of you in the shop today. So there we go. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I appreciate all of you. Good luck on your 2x Ancient Shards this weekend. Good luck on finishing the Oella Fusion. And I will try to head on over to the live tab and hang out a little bit here in a few hours if I can find the time to say hi to any of you that would like to stop by. So have a great rest of your Thursday. I will see you soon in the next video. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Peace.